You're going to have to give something up to get something. So you want a horse with a nice, kind eye, a nice disposition.
What do you think the future is of horses and mules in the military?
Well, I think for our program, we're going to continue to grow because I think some of the enemy that we have to fight today, the terrorist enemy, they're going to continue to fade back into the mountains, and we're going to have some form of transportation. And what better form of transportation than something that's been walking around the mountains all of its life?
7 decades after the U.S. cavalry was put out to pasture, the Special Forces are getting back in the saddle again.
Get up in there.
Chip Reed, CBS News, Bridgeport, California.
That is the CBS Evening News tonight. Scott will be back tomorrow. I'm Jeff Glore. Good night.
This is Oklahoma's own News 9 in high definition.
Good evening, glad you're with us. Boy, the month of May seems to be a complete washout at this point as more rain and storms hit Oklahoma.
Yeah, severe flooding over the weekend also forced a lot of residents out of their homes and left rescue crews scrambling to keep up. In fact, we checked, and in the metro alone, crews responded to more than 80 water rescue calls, and the rain's not over yet. David Payne joins us now in the Weather Center with the latest.
Well, we're going to get a break this evening, which is going to be great for us, but we're still talking about more rain coming back in, I think, as we get into tomorrow and tomorrow night, and the possibility of more severe weather. We still have ongoing storms in our state right now. Team of trackers, they're still out, but you know what? The activity is pushing off into eastern and northern Oklahoma. And for most of us, for our viewing area this evening, I think we stay relatively quiet. Let's go to the weather computer. We had some tornadoes today, and they did some damage down near Blue, Oklahoma, in between Durant and Atoka. We had some tornado damage down here, also down along and just east of Lake Texoma. Pretty big storms down here a little bit earlier. Those are now off into eastern Oklahoma. And then back to the west, we had some damaging wind reports of winds 50 to 60 miles per hour. Team of trackers were down here today. Val and Amy Castor, Bobby Payne, Jim Gardner was out, Alan Brosey, and Marty Logan. They're still out, but right now the severe weather is in far eastern Oklahoma. A couple of tornado warnings south of Sallisaw. And then for our viewing area, we're doing okay. No watches or warnings now in effect. How about that? All right, so Storm Shield, there's all the rain. And look at the line of rain and storms running from Nebraska through Kansas, through Oklahoma, into Texas. This is a strong piece of energy. And again, it continues to push to the east, still raining in Stroud, to Henrietta, to McAllister, to Kiowa, down to Atoka. It's about ready to end in Ada, here in Oklahoma City. Light rain in Chandler, drying out now in the metro. And again, that rain pushing off to our east. Heavier thunderstorms now northwest of Medford. Some small hail up here. These will be lifting north, not a big deal. And then back to the west, light rain going on near Tologa and Sealing on the back side of the storm system there. This, again, will continue to push away from us this evening and tonight. But another wave of energy tomorrow. The dry line comes back, and the threat of severe weather, it's there again tomorrow. Forecast coming up. Guys, back to you.
All right, David. Well, fire departments and emergency response crews all over Oklahoma are gearing up for this latest round of storms, but the fire department in Slaughterville will have to do it without one of their trucks. That's
because it and 2 other firefighters got swept up in the high water created by Saturday night's storm. News 9's Adriana Wyszynski has the details only on 9.
This is the brush pumper truck that got swept up in those Saturday night floodwaters. It is now parked outside of fire station number 3 in front of the Slaughterville Town Hall. Now, the 2 firefighters who were inside were out doing water rescues, and when this got swept up, they actually climbed out of this window and had to be rescued themselves.
The truck is covered in grass, mud, and wheat, and it won't run. It was towed back here to the station after being found in a ditch not too far away from where they were doing those high water rescues.
Water was running across the top of the dash. That's how deep it was. It's just a total loss. Brand new truck. It's got 1,000 miles on it. It's a terrible loss for the department at this time.
While the fire chief was back at the station communicating with the crews, Chris Tolson was out in the field and watched as this truck and his fellow firefighters got swept up in the current.
I was freaking out. I couldn't even see the headlights on the truck anymore. I didn't know what was going on.
Chris says about that time, his truck also started taking on water.
When I got into the water, it was about 5 feet, and it was too late to back out, so I just had to go through it.
Chris says he called out for a mayday and got help from a crew from the Cedar Country Fire Department who managed to rescue the 2 Slaughterville firefighters trapped in the truck in the fast-moving current.
I think one of them climbed on the back while the other one was still inside, and he almost got swept away, but Thank goodness one of the guys on the other truck was able to grab him and pull him in.
Both Chris and the fire chief are just thankful the firefighters who were inside this truck made it out in time.
Don't drive in high water.
And not only will this brush pumper have to be replaced, these firefighters lost several hoses, radios, even bunker gear during these floods, and that all will have to be replaced as well. Reporting in Slaughterville, Adriana Ivashinsky, News 9.
The water was really moving on Saturday night. The Slaughterville fire chief tells us they do have insurance on their truck, but says it will be a while before the truck and their gear can be replaced. Fortunately, though, those 2 firefighters were not hurt during that high water rescue.
Around the state, people in Purcell brace for another round of severe weather after floodwaters slammed the area over the weekend. Every room in this house is coated with red mud, leaving one family wondering, where do you start to clean it all up? Right now, they are looking for anything that can be saved, and their daughter came by today to take a look at the damage. She says she's stunned by the mess.
I don't know where they're going to start. I'm sad for them. They're going to have a lot of cleaning up to do.
The family cat survived the flood, but so far they have found only one of the cat's kittens.
Well, talk about a real mess. Dozens of residents near Crescent in the Twin Lakes community had to evacuate after rushing waters from the Cimarron River swallowed homes in that area, literally. So far, 2 homes have fallen right into the river and have been swept away as huge chunks of land continue to erode in that area. The area has suffered from river erosion before, but residents say because it's private property, it's hard to get federal dollars to assist. Firefighters evacuated 35 families in that area.
The National Guard had to be called out to rescue 13 people trapped by floodwaters at a beautiful part of the state, Broken Bow. They'd rented a cabin in southeastern Oklahoma there on the river. Water from the Mountain Fork River surrounded them when the Broken Bow Lake opened the floodgates early this morning. While waiting for help to arrive, the vacationers made a rescue of their own. They heard a fawn in distress. Look at that. They pulled it up onto their deck. Little bitty.
Yeah, glad he's okay there. This is just such a sad story. Family and friends are mourning the loss of a Claremore firefighter who drowned this weekend while trying to rescue residents from a duplex. Officials say Captain Jason Farley, a nearly 20-year veteran, drowned when he was sucked into a storm drain. A second firefighter also was sucked into the drain while trying to save Captain Farley. He is now recovering in the hospital.
Tough. Well, the sun stuck around long enough for Oklahomans of all ages to honor fallen soldiers and service members this Memorial Day. Cemeteries around the metro held special services today for family members. A ceremony at Rose Hill Burial Park paid tribute to each fallen service member buried there. Young people in attendance set an example of respect for our nation's history at the ceremony.
It means a lot because my 2 grandparents, they both fought in the war. It's important remembering the people that fought for our country and did important stuff so we could have freedom today.
Memorial Day remembrance services for those who fell in the service to our country were also held at Veterans Park near the Capitol today, where dozens of women were recognized for their sacrifice.
And this morning, the 45th Infantry Division Museum held its annual Memorial Day ceremony. The 45th Infantry Division organized in 1923 following World War I. The division included soldiers from Oklahoma, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. And those soldiers served in World War II and the Korean War before being disbanded in 1969.
Other news today, authorities up in Woodward County are searching for a couple of escaped inmates. Juaventino Rojas and Carlos Gastelum were discovered missing about 4 o'clock this morning. Both are serving multi-year sentences for drug trafficking. Anyone with information should call the Woodward County Sheriff's Office.
And next here at 6, much of the state is a muddy mess right now as heavy rains continue. And more rain means, you guessed it, more standing water, which means more mosquitoes. We'll have what you need to know to prepare right after this.
Well, some rain still moving across our state, but get ready. It's going to be a stormy off and on 9-day forecast. What about the threat for severe weather? Your forecast coming up.
OSU baseball hosting a regional with familiar foes. A lot of big names helping honor servicemen on Memorial Day at the Patriot Cup. And it looked like a mismatch on paper, but did the Royals have problems with the Yanks?
This is our special tribute to the brave men, women, and patient loved ones who have sacrificed so much for love of country and a safer America. Thank you. Now featuring the 2015 Ford F-150, the North American Truck of the Year. On sale now at the John Vance Auto Group in Guthrie, where you'll find the Metro's best prices and where it's comfortable to buy a truck.
When you shop for designer brands at Mathis Brothers, you won't pay designer prices. Here you'll find the largest selection of names like Henredon, Century, Bernhardt, and Marge Carson, all clearly marked the lowest prices you'll find anywhere, including unlimited custom design options. Sit down with our talented staff of interior designers and let us help you develop your unique look. Come see why smart shoppers are buying all their designer furniture at Mathis Brothers, 3434 West Reno.
When we created the Silverado Rally Edition, we figured, why stop there? These 4 new Silverado Special Editions are just the beginning. From this year's fastest-growing full-size truck brand, Chevy Silverado. Or during the Chevy Memorial Day sale, choose this Silverado All-Star with a total value of $7,750 when you finance through select lenders. See your Oklahoma Chevy team dealer.
Give me an E. Give me an S. Give me an A. What's that spell?
Nothing. But it does mean something. It means cash. With an energy savings agreement from Air Comfort Solutions, you get AC and heating tune-ups twice a year. Same-day emergency service and 15% discount on all repairs. Your winning call 7 days a week, aircomfortsolutions.net, 721-3740.
Our new dealership is finally complete, so come help us celebrate our grand reopening all day Saturday, May the 30th at Diffie Ford Lincoln.
When you need to plan.
The other big story tonight has been the flooding for sure.
Absolutely.
When you need to know.
The southeast part of the metro certainly got hit.
We really need to be careful here.
No one else gives you the information.
It's going to be a flash flooding threat.
Like David Payne and the News 9 team.
We could see more than 3 inches of rain.
77 right there is completely underwater.
We got a funnel, David, halfway to the ground.
The access road completely flooded.
On the scene, on the story, News 9. News 9 in high definition is sponsored by Cox, Oklahoma City's best choice for HD.
Thanks to recent rain, there is a good chance mosquitoes will be playing their own game of chase right along with the kids this summer.
Yeah, those pesky insects are expected to show up in droves because of all the increased rainfall this month. News 9's Jessica Holly has what we need to know, new at 6.
Most of us remember to remove the standing water from our backyards, but exterminators say another place mosquitoes like to lay their eggs is the wet organic matter decaying on your ground. These silent bloodsuckers are the annoyance of the summer, leaving behind itchy bites if we don't catch them in time. Jesse Schaefer with Best Exterminators absolutely believes we'll see more mosquitoes because of tall grass and standing water generated by recent rains.
It is probably going to be a lot worse this year than it has maybe in the past couple decades.
While at-home remedies like citronella candles help keep these pests at bay, Schaefer says the best way to keep mosquitoes away from your home is removing anything moist and damp from your yard.
You don't necessarily have to have pools of water to have mosquitoes.
Areas like these are a favorite spot of mosquitoes to lay their eggs.
Nothing's going to get rid of them 100%, so the best you can do is get rid of the places that they like to harbor in.
To protect yourself from viruses mosquitoes carry this summer, the health department recommends you follow these 4 Ds. Drain all standing water. Use insect repellent with DEET. When possible, stay indoors during dusk and dawn, a time when mosquitoes are prominent. Also, try to dress in long sleeves and pants to protect yourself from bites. Exterminators recommend you waiting a few days to let your yard dry out after the big rain before calling them out to give you a better fighting chance against mosquitoes this summer. Reporting in Oklahoma City, Jessica Hawley, News 9.
And we know the health department got reports of 18 cases of West Nile virus from mosquitoes last year.
Oh, you know the mosquitoes are going to be bad. Here's a live look outside from our Air Comfort Skycam network. Live look downtown Oklahoma City. Well, the rain may have passed here in the metro, but Dave is now tracking more rain and then more potential for flooding as well. He's going to join us right after the break.
Rib Fest. We're here for Rib Fest.
Endless ribs.
Endless ribs and unlimited sides.
Are you kidding me?
I like the baby back style the best. They're really tender.
I've got to go with the St. Louis ribs. The meat falls off the bone.
There's a passion that goes into barbecue. You have to put time, you have to put energy.
That's why I come here.
Rib Fest. Endless ribs, unlimited sides, infinitely saucy, all May long.
Rib Crib. Keep it saucy.
Just announced special limited time savings during the Memorial Day EcoBoost event at your Oklahoma Ford dealer. Get no payments for 90 days plus an additional $500 cash back on top of all current offers, like the all-new F-150, Fusion, and Escape, a total of 12 Ford vehicles. For a limited time, get the all-new F-150 with an additional $500 cash on top of all current offers plus no payments for 90 days for $5,250 total savings. Hurry into the Memorial Day EcoBoost event at your Oklahoma Ford dealer today.
Oklahoma knows Ford's the best.
Right now, through the end of the month, the place to shop for beautiful furniture is Marquis Furniture in Shawnee, in Enid, in Stillwater, in Ardmore, and Hoffman's and more. We've got some great buys. Our store are jam-packed with bargains and a discount equal to the sales tax between now and the end of the month. It's a huge savings, and it's going on right now at Marquis Furniture and Hoffman's. Beautiful furniture, the best price in Oklahoma, 12 months no interest, and a discount equal to the sales tax.
For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to play on the PGA Tour, and when I got out there, I felt like I had achieved my goals, and then I won a tournament, which was incredible, and then I've been fortunate enough to win 2 more times since. I'm Johnson Wagner. I'm a PGA Tour professional, and I'm a Chickasaw. My drive and determination comes from being able to live my dream, being able to go play golf as a job. Our family heritage is rich athletically. Golf has given me so much in my life. It's taught me lessons about how to be a contributing member to society, just not on the golf course, but golf teaches so many values: respect, honesty, integrity, just to name a few. I love playing the game. I've always been aware and known my Chickasaw ancestry. My whole life, it's just been a positive thing in my life. I feel so blessed and so fortunate in my life to be able to live my dream.
See more stories about the Chickasaw people at profilesofanation.com.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 in high definition.
Well, the good news is the lakes are full. Well,
I don't know why I'm so far over.
Way out there on the edge there.
I showered today, so please stop.
Once a week, whether he needs it or not.
You've been a little busy, so we would forgive you if you hadn't.
If I hadn't showered?
Yes, keep your distance.
Saturday night, I did not shave, and I did shower. I'm not sure. It was a long day Saturday, I think.
It was, yeah, and dealing with flooding and everything else.
It's just been a mess, and we're getting a nice little break this evening. We've had some tornadoes today in southeast Oklahoma. Nothing crazy going on down there now, but earlier some damage near Blue, Oklahoma, and that's near Atoka, way down. That's out of our viewing area, but still a little scary down there earlier. That's gone away, and the flooding threat for now is going away. So
Kelly mentioned though that the lakes. That's a good.
The lakes are full.
Oh yeah,
and some of them are way too full.
Yeah, and they're going to get fuller because all of this runoff from last week and over the weekend is still draining into those lakes. I mean, it's not just going to drop overnight. It's going to take days for this to get.
And the Red River Valley just got drenched again today.
Yeah,
I mean, Texoma is going to be going nuts down there.
Yeah, and they only picked up about a ½ an inch along the Red River Valley today to 1 inch. That's all it takes. That water does not soak in. It's just going to get higher. So. Anyway, trackers, well, they're beginning to kind of wind things down. Val Castor, he is still out up in northern Oklahoma, tracking some storms up there. But for our viewing area, you know what? If you have any evening plans, it looks fairly quiet after the storms and rain we had, yes, a little bit earlier here. And again, there's looking off to the north from Integris, and there's Lake Hefner, which is now normal. How about that? We are good shape, Lake Hefner, but again, we need to put the brakes on the rain, but there's more rain. There's more storms coming for Oklahoma. All right, let's go to the weather computer here, and the tornadoes today were in southeastern Oklahoma down near Atoka, and also in Texas. Had a couple of big tornadoes today in Texas, and quite a few down there. Actually had a tornado outbreak today in central Texas and southern Texas, and there are the tornadoes, the red dots in southeastern Oklahoma down near Durant and Atoka. Again, that was earlier in the afternoon, but those storms now are in far eastern Oklahoma. And then down south, we had some wind reports of 50 to 60 miles per hour. Our team of trackers were all along this line earlier, and they were getting winds 50 to 60 plus miles per hour. Tornado warnings for far eastern Oklahoma moving into Arkansas. The tornado watch is still in effect a little bit longer. For the rest of us, though, for our viewing area, no watches or warnings in effect. All right, look at the line of storms running from Kansas through Oklahoma, deep into Texas. There's flooding along this line. There are tornado watches along this line and tornado warnings along that line. And our tornado warnings, again, are far eastern Oklahoma, pushing into Arkansas. Just a lot of rain from Tulsa to Henrietta to McAllister to Kiowa to Atoka. Behind this line, it's an east wind blowing back to the west. Pretty windy right now at about 30 to 40 miles per hour at times. Some gusts there. Val's up here looking at this, not doing a whole lot, lifting north into Kansas and then back to the northwest. Some light rain going on near Fairview, Putnam, and Taloga. This is the backside of the storm system that will wind down the next several hours. Dry this evening in Oklahoma City. May rainfall added what we got today, about another quarter of an inch, 18.85 inches of rain this May. The old record was 14.52. We have shattered that. And the old record for the wettest month was 14.66, remember? And we shattered that. We talked about this all last week, that we were going to shatter those records and keep running. And there's more rain coming. Rainfall amounts today, about a quarter of an inch across the metro, a little more in the west and southwest. But rainfall amounts today have not been too extreme, which is good. Still many, many rivers under flood warnings, central, western, southern Oklahoma. The Red River is all in flood stage. Many of the lakes are in flood stage in southern and eastern Oklahoma. And lake levels right now, Lake Hefner is normal. Canton Lake still 9 feet below normal. And Altus Lugert is at 8 feet below normal. Here's what's amazing. Hugo Lake, 35 feet below normal. Temperatures right now, 60s going on, 70s in the north. This evening, a little rain in the northwest, thunderstorms in northern and eastern Oklahoma. They'll slowly push off to the northeast. Overnight tonight, lows in the 50s and 60s. A cool night, might have a little fog tonight. And overnight, pretty decent chance for rain in northeastern Oklahoma. For our viewing area, I think we're pretty quiet. Tomorrow, here we go, highs in the 80s. We're going to be very unstable. Storm system comes on in. And tomorrow afternoon, chance for showers and storms developing in the west. I think increasing tomorrow evening with the threat for severe weather tomorrow. That includes Oklahoma City. And right now, the main threat's going to be large hail and damaging winds. Hail sizes might be a little bit larger than that. And also some isolated tornadoes would be possible. Again, we'll have to wait and see, but we'll be tracking it tomorrow for sure. This evening in Oklahoma City, temperatures in the 60s, and right now, I think we stay dry. 9-day forecast, low 80s all the way through it. Chance for showers and storms just doesn't go anywhere. It hangs with us again on Wednesday into Thursday, and once again, some of these storms could be severe off and on. A stronger wave comes in here on Friday, into Friday night into Saturday, with more widespread rain and storms, and then Monday a break, and then early next week, we'll see the highs back in the 80s. And next week right now looks pretty dry for much of next week right now. The jet stream lifts to the north, and we kind of get back into a quiet weather pattern for once.
Oh, we need that. Just
we do, don't
calm
we?
down a little bit.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
Thanks, David.
You bet.
PGA Tour pros from the past and the present in Tulsa today playing golf for a great cause. Sports is next.
This Wednesday, two families in need will get the gift of a lifetime.
I have a briefcase for you.
Oh my God.
That's $101,000.
There's just one catch.
You can keep all of the money, some of the money, or you can give it all away.
Whatever you don't keep is going to go help another family.
How much will they keep?
There's other people worse off than us.
How much will they give?
This is going to change our lives so much.
The Briefcase premieres CBS Wednesday.
New KFC flatbread sliders. This one's only $1.49. This one, too, $1.49. Wow, this can't be. No, wait. Yes, it is. $1.49. This is craziness. It's still finger-licking good.
So Hyundai was like, we should have a sales event. And I was like, yes, it's on. But hurry in, because these deals are hot. You see those cool cars?
Yeah.
But look at this smoking deal. 0% for 75 months? Hey, what? Now that's hot.
So, do you work here?
I cook here sometimes, usually on the weekends.
Use your military coupon now to get up to $5,500 total savings on the Sonata Hybrid. Visit buyhyundai.com.
What can you count on these days? Absolutely, always 100% count on. Sunrise and sunset, friends and family. And then there's the AAA tow truck. If only auto insurance could be that dependable. Oh, wait, it is. Welcome to insurance the AAA way. Friendly, helpful, and just as dependable as everything else AAA does.
This is the moment you've waited for.
the lights go down, your spirit soars, your foot taps, your soul sings. This is where it all started and where it never ends. With entertaining originals for miles. It's all smiles in Branson. Start planning your vacation today at explorebranson.com.
Hurry, the race is almost over. We're on the road to 500, and Express Credit Auto's got to sell 500 cars before the end of May. Did the other guys say no to your credit score? We can say yes. We're offering lower car payments and lower monthly payments on a huge selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, and minivans. This sale ends Saturday, so come see us today. And don't worry about your credit. We can say yes. Everyone's a winner during the Road to 500, only at Express Credit Auto.
How much does a quality dining set cost? At Mathis Brothers, we have quality dining sets in every price range, starting at less than $300, and more than 24 different sets under $1,000. Whether you want a table for 2, formal dining for 10, or anything in between, you'll find it in our huge dining department with more than 60 to choose from at guaranteed low prices and by the best names like Legacy, Ashley, and Universal. In stock, right here in our warehouse, only at Mathis Brothers.
New KFC flatbread sliders. This one's only $1.49. This one, too, $1.49. Wow, this can't be. No, wait. Yes, it is. $1.49. This is craziness. It's still finger-licking good.
Driven by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, this is News 9 Sports with Dean Blevins.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Midwest Sports Desk, and happy Memorial Day. And thank you, veterans, for helping ensure us our freedoms, including our freedom to play and report on golf. And today, the Patriot Cup, put on by our friend Major Dan Rooney. The Folds of Honor helps provide scholarships to the families of servicemen and women injured or killed on active duty. To Owasso and the Patriot Golf Club, where today's shortened 9-hole event was televised live nationally. Corey Pavin here on the left, joining dozens of big names, including Kid Rock here. And golfing a rock star, there's Kid Rock, John Holcomb, happily playing the golf course and showing their gratitude to less than 0.5% who volunteer to protect us.
Memorial Day weekend, it all ties together, and again, I can't say enough about how honored we are to be a part of it in recognition of great service to our country.
Just glad to participate, and we do take a lot of pride in this event here, and Dave Bryan runs here at the Patriot here. It's a great golf course, so it's a lot of fun.
TCU and Oklahoma State both hosting regionals in the NCAA baseball tournament. The Cowboys look to bounce back from their disappointing loss to Texas in the Big 12 championship game up in Tulsa and will face St. John's Friday at 6 p.m. in the first round in Stillwater. 39-14, St. John's Red Storm in the 4-team Stillwater Regional. Joining the Cowboys, the Razorbacks and Doral Roberts. They went 2-0 against OSU this season. That trio, all within 180-mile radius of Stillwater. Royals at the Yankees, losers of 6 straight and 10 of 11. Rough day for Royals pitcher Jeremy Guthrie. It looked like batting practice for the Yankees in the first inning. Guthrie gives up 11 runs in 1 inning. Yankees hit 5 multi-run homers in the game. 14-1 loss for the team with the best record in baseball. Sloane Stephens upsets Venus Williams 6-1 in the first round of the French Open. The Bears released Ray McDonald after a domestic violence report. The police saying he physically assaulted the victim while holding a baby. That was earlier today. And Atlanta center Al Horford not at risk of missing Game 4 of the Eastern Finals. No additional punishment from the NBA after last night's game.
All right.
There you go.
I'm glad they got their golf tournament in today.
Yeah, a bunch of big people, including John Holcomb and the coaches from around here.
They don't get any bigger than John Holcomb.
That's right.
Thank you, Daniel.
Hey, I think we have a live look outside from the Oklahoma River, in fact.
Yeah, I guarantee they've got those low water dams flowing full throttle right now, David.
Good idea. A quiet evening, a dry evening for Oklahoma City, but more storms tomorrow. More could be severe. More on that tonight at 10.
We know you'll be tracking it for us.
Pick up a copy of David Payne's Storm Tracking Map. Just stop by any area Arby's location. Storm Maps presented by McCann's Roofing and Construction.
Golden Corral's new Fired Up Favorites. We're kicking up the heat on all your favorite dishes. Fall off the bone smoky chipotle ribs, zesty firecracker shrimp, and more. All for one low price. New Fired Up Favorites at Golden Corral. The best buffet in the USA.
Cuterbert's got the best in show. Cuterbert's best in show.
Looking for our best Toyota vehicles at our best price? Cuterberg Toyota has the best in show. During the best in show sales event, take home a new 2015 Corolla for $15,495. $15,400. Or a new 2015 Camry for $19,995. $19,900 for a new Camry. Plus huge savings on a new 2015 RAV4. All featuring best in show MPG and thousands off MSRP. Visit Cuterberg Toyota today and see what Hugh can do for you.
Cuterberg's best in show.
I'm Roger Mathis, and there's never been a better time or a better place to buy a new mattress than right now at Factory Direct. We carry Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lady Americana, and Eco Comfort. This Queen Serta is a #1 seller and is just $5.99. Here's a Queen Lady Americana set, 15-year warranty, just $6.99. And this Queen Eco Comfort with 25-year warranty is only $15.99. If you want, you can just say charge it. Best place, best time, Factory Direct at Reno and Portland.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Connor, and I'd like to say thank you, Oklahoma, for voting O'Connor's Best Lawn and Garden and Best Customer Service. Homeowners and professionals alike choose Toro because Toro premium mowers carry a 5-year warranty. Toro offers personal pace walk-behinds that bag and mulch, and zero-turn riders designed to cut your mowing time in half. Plus, at O'Connor's, we purchase by the truckload to save you money. For a guaranteed low price and award-winning customer service, shop O'Connor's, just east of Quail Springs Mall.
Hi, I don't have insurance, so I was hoping my exam and x-rays would be free.
Well, I was hoping the dentist would ask me to marry him. But we don't all get what we want now, do we?
Okay, let's try something new.
I was hoping my exam and x-rays would be free.
They are.
I was hoping you'd say that, because that's a normal thing to say.
At Aspen Dental, we're not just fixing teeth, we're fixing dentistry. With free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
It's the Memorial Day blowout sale at Morris Motorsports, and it's our biggest sale ever. We will beat any deal from any other dealer in the state on any new in-stock unit from Honda, Kawasaki, Victory, Polaris, or Can-Am. Get a 2015 Can-Am Maverick Max Turbo, the fastest side-by-side on the market with 121 horsepower, sale priced at $20,599. Or get a 2015 Can-Am Commander 1000 XT, blowout priced at $14,054. Plus, test ride before you buy. The Memorial Day blowout sale is on at Morris Motorsports, just minutes away in Chickasha.
Golden Corral's new Fired Up Favorites. We're kicking up the heat on all your favorite dishes. Fall off the bone smoky chipotle ribs, zesty firecracker shrimp, and more. All for one low price. New Fired Up Favorites at Golden Corral. The best buffet in the USA.
Inside some of the most intriguing Hollywood tell-alls.
It is our summer book club with the stars getting very candid.
I go in my closet and just cry.
Melissa Rivers' painful decision to say goodbye to Joan.
Once they removed the ventilator, I got into the bed with her and held her.
She gets really honest. She's very open.
She certainly does, and so does John Cryer with secrets about Charlie Sheen.
I didn't know if even the show could continue from that point.
Drugs, prostitutes, and did he hook up with Ashton's ex, Demi?
Awkward.
Then actress Mariel Hemingway on her battle with food. You did battle a very serious eating disorder. Plus, Sopranos star Lorraine Bracco tells me about her weight gain.
35 pounds. I was really a tabola.
Also, my eerie moment with the wife of American sniper Chris Kyle. Wow. And everybody loves Raymond's Brad Garrett talking about his past struggle with alcohol.
I would hit a fifth a day sometimes.
And how he's dating a much younger woman.
Had an Amber Alert the other night.
Now, E.T. with plenty of surprising star confessions.
Thank you for joining us, everyone, on this Memorial Day. Nancy O'Dell and Kevin Frazier have the day off as we bring you E.T.'s Summer Book Club.
Yeah, you know, it is that time of year. We are